The four-day summit will have the usual agenda items ranging from the CARICOM Single Market and Economy CSME, Haiti to regional transportation, and the efforts to curb the billion-dollar food import bill, among other items. CARICOM Deputy Secretary General Dr. Armstrong Alexis outlined some of the key areas for deliberation.
Well, obviously, there will be a lot of conversations around the geopolitical situation that is occupying the minds and thoughts of not just the community, but people worldwide. That matter is going to be sufficiently discussed by the heads. We have some other pertinent community matters such as reparations, the issue of the CSME, improvement in trade. All of those matters are going to be discussed by the heads as well. As you know, we had 4 member states that went into full movement, so there's going to be a bit of a review of how that has been working and the extent to which other member states may be ready. And there is also other issues to do with small revisions to the treaty, the revised Treaty of Chagaramas as well.
Obviously, Haiti will be a subject.
That, as part of the geopolitical and community relations issues, Haiti will be a major item, as it has been over the past few years. CARICOM has not shirked in its responsibility to our sister member state of Haiti, and that matter is going to be sufficiently ventilated again as we work with the Haitian authorities to find a Haitian-grown solution to the problems that member state is experiencing.
But the summit will also be taking place as the CARICOM leaders seek to patch up the differences that have emerged in recent times. Ahead of the summit, the CARICOM Chair and host Prime Minister Dr. Terrance Drew traveled to all 15 member countries, hoping to ensure full participation by the leaders, as well as allowing for the airing of issues that could be contentious over the next few days. St. Kitts and Nevis Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Denzil Douglas, a former long-serving CARICOM Prime Minister, said that the strategy seems to have succeeded.
The Prime Minister's initiative of visiting the heads of government, heads of state, I think will hopefully be fruits, because the idea, according to him, is that he wanted to make sure that he's able to understand, appreciate, hear from the heads themselves on the views on the critical issues that will be discussed in plenary, will be discussed bilaterally, and also, of course, in caucus while the meeting that takes place here in St. Kitts and Nevis. It's an initiative that is new, but I'm sure that it will be a fruitful.
Foremost among those concerns will be the ongoing United States war on the illegal drugs trade in the Caribbean, as well as the situation in Cuba. The U.S. war on drugs has split the region, and political observers say Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar's address at the opening ceremony will be most anticipated, given her public statements about the effectiveness of the regional integration movement. There had been earlier unconfirmed reports that a very senior official of the Trump administration will attend the summit, and in his weekly column last week, Antigua and Barbuda's ambassador to the United States, Sir Ronald Saunders, hinted that the official would most likely be the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. The U.S. removal of Venezuela's leader Nicolas Maduro in January by a military invasion of the South American country has been followed by Washington's decision to starve Cuba of much-needed supply of oil from Venezuela, on which it had been dependent. At least 8 former CARICOM leaders have issued a joint statement urging the Trump administration to rescind what they describe as an inhumane weapon of mass destruction in relation to Cuba. Barbados' ambassador to CARICOM, David Commission, says the current situation in Cuba constitutes a severe humanitarian crisis, and in an open letter to the people of the Caribbean, urged them to remember the role Cuba has played in the region's socio-economic development.
what President Trump, the Trump administration, has done recently by radically intensifying that embargo, threatening Cuba and the Cuban people with strangulation, really, is unconscionable. And the Caribbean people expect our governments to stand firm in support of this very special friend and ally that we have in the Republic of Cuba.
Commission says Rubio's presence in St. Kitts will also provide the region with an opportunity to put Cuba's case to Washington.
This is our influence to call upon the major powers of the world, to join that crusade, that demand that Cuba must be allowed to breathe, Cuba must be allowed to live. And I'm heartened by the fact that these 10 former heads of government of CARICOM have taken such a firm position. And I'm hoping that with the U.S. Secretary of State making an appearance at this heads of government conference, that our leaders will embrace the opportunity to give him a very serious message on behalf of the Caribbean people, the people of CARICOM, that what they're doing to Cuba is really unconscionable.
Apart from the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar, Tuesday's ceremonial opening will also feature addresses by the CARICOM Secretary General, Dr. Carla Barnett, the Jamaica Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, Suriname's first female president, Jennifer Simmons, St. Vincent and the Grenadines Prime Minister, Dr. Goodwin Friday, and the host Prime Minister and CARICOM Chair, Dr. Terrance Drew.